Today we're taking a look at some great alien towel bases from Elrik's Hobbies.
Spiky bits. Make sure you stay in the trenches by becoming a supporter over on Patreon and also scoring yourself some free miniature swag in the process. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out our site, spikybits.com, for all the hot hobby tutorials, news, rumors on all your favorite hobby topics. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.
Alright, welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer, and like I said, today we're looking at some great new bases. Now, Elrik's Hobbies is no stranger to this channel. It's probably the third or fourth unboxing review I've done of their bases on the channel here, and they're great bases. I mean, we do some of the other folks out there, you know, Justin over at Secret Weapon Minis, and you know, I've done some tutorials with Micro Art Studios, some of the stuff I've done in the past for my Demon Army, and you know, like I said, I keep going back to Elrik's. You know, it seems to be like my first stop for just checking out, trying to come up with something fresh. I got some new bases for my Ogor army here. These shell ones that I showed y'all, I guess probably earlier in the year around Adepticon time. Picked up a bunch of bases from them. What I like about them is they have like a one-click bundle. You can scoop up like all the bases for a particular faction and just kind of see what'll work, you know, for maybe your rebasing project or your new army project. Now, I know out there, you know, there's a lot of sizes, like literally, I mean, I can't even keep track of it, and it's like technically my job to keep track of these things. But I mean, there's so many different bases. I mean, you got Dread Knight base. Now, some of these I haven't opened to show you, but you kind of get the idea here. You know, you've got the, what is this, 90 by 25. Your traditional 32 rounds right here. There's your traditional 40s. And now you've got the new size, the new cavalry base size, which I think is also the same size as the Ghost Keel's on now for Tau, which, you know, these are advanced alien plate base from Elrik's, but you know, they can't say it's Tau. I can say it's Tau because I think we all know it's Tau. You could also use it as Eldar. You could use it for a lot of different things out there, to be quite honest, like some dope flight deck maybe bases. You could throw a little texture on there and kind of dirty them up, make them like a, you know, maybe like a Mars or like some sort of ultramarine kind of Guilliman kind of parade field kind of esque type thing. So there's a lot of geometrical stuff on here too. So I could even see them being used for Necrons. You know, hit them up with some glowy action right here with some green OSLs around the round parts. So you can see on this particular base here, this is the Big Daddy, of course. This is the 160 mil round. I think this is the one that the Supremacy armor comes on. Haven't actually seen it, haven't had it in my hands, but judging by the amount of open space here, there's probably some feed action, like some feet are supposed to go up on here, so I could definitely see that. Now, you can take a look at the detail, like getting close in here. Very good looking stuff. I mean, incredible, symmetrical. I don't know how they did it. They could possibly be wizards, for all I know. But the detail is fresh, and it's all in there. It all looks good. There's no, you know, glue smears or any sort of like mess ups or anything like that. So this high quality stuff right here, man. You know, and like I say, I talk about it a lot. You know, when it comes to bases, there's a lot of companies out there. We try to feature everyone we can get our little mitts on, because I like everything out of everybody's. And there's, you know, it's just like with YouTube video channels and things, and you know, all the different stuff out there. There's always a different channel. You always hit, you know, when you don't like what you see, you just click next. You know, if you go to Elrik's, you don't see a base you like, you go over to jump over to Justin McCoy. You know, jump over to whoever. You know, everybody gets around, but I like I said, I always seem to start here. So. Good on them, I guess, for getting my cat-like attention, so to speak. So here's the next base up, and this is your Imperial Night Titan base kind of size thing right here, which a lot of the other Tau suits from Forger will go on this thing. But again, you know, you could throw some Necron action on here, I feel like. And now that I say that, I'm like, man, these would go really good with my Necron army. So it's like, yeah, it's stuff like that that always gets me going. Throw a little green glow, boom, 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 hit it with some darker colors, pop that contrast out, and you can definitely do some really cool stuff, I feel like, with this base. Now, here's the 25 mils, and like I said, you know, a lot of times they leave room on these bases, basically, so you can put your models, you know, flatfoots and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like, you know, these are a little plain, like not all of them have the little round piece right there, obviously, but you know, it's good quality terrain. If you want a little bit more, you know, you can put little tufts on here. You could, you know, put a little bit of texture. That GW dry paints you could slap on here, or if you want to go with some of the Vallejo pumices, you could slap it on there too, let it dry. I like to do it before I prime it, so that when I prime it, it helps seal any additional details that I put on with pumice onto this thing. Also, conversely, when I'm, you know, detailing out my stuff, I always like to put the tufts on last after I've matte coated the model, because there's something about matte coating the tufts that almost give them this frosted appearance that really takes away from what they're supposed to do, I feel like. So usually the very, very, very last thing I do is put tufts on a base, so keep that in mind too. Maybe it's nothing that you notice, but for me, it's a little bit of a detractor for myself that I feel like there. So like I said, they've got bases. I don't even know what some of these sizes are for, to be quite honest. I got the sample pack. You know, I showed you some of these ones here, but there's other ones too I didn't show you. Like, I don't know what the heck a 130 is for. Maybe some of those other you know, suits. Of course, you got the traditional flight base, which, you know, it's got enough room in there for that crosshatch to support your ship. And then you've got this one right here, which is the 90 by 25, which is that new cavalry size for Age of Sigmar. But I mean, there's all sorts of like smaller ones. You know, you've got a variety of 60 mils, which are, you know, your broadsides are going to go on that, of course. Or, you know, you want to put your canoptic spiders on them for Necrons. Then you've got this one here, 100 mil round. Don't know what it goes to, but they got one. And that's what's great about Elrik's Hobbies, is they literally have every base. And this is 80 mil round. Still don't know what an 80 mil base goes on, but they got it, and I got one. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got it. And then there's that one right there. And this is the 60 by 35. So if you know what any of these size bases go to, you know, drop it in the comments, because there's so many random bases out there. So like, it's so hard to keep track of what goes with what. Now, some other ones I did want to show you, because we know there's the normal plastic stuff, which I can always get behind. So these are the 50 mils, which the the normal size suits are on now. So I like the nice variety there as well from that. And you can, with all these crisp edges, you know, if you hit that with a little airbrush like glow, you can definitely do some cool stuff. And then here's another ghost keel, the cavalry, the 90. What is that? I believe that's the 90. We'll go with 90. I believe that's the 90 by 55. I think it is right there. So there's that one as well. Great quality stuff. I mean, you can. I've already showed you the detail on here, but it's, you know, fantastic looking stuff. Amazing detail, and always quick turnaround. Great guys to deal with. You know, I'm not unlike any of the other companies out there, but like I said, I always seem to be going back to these guys first. So thanks for watching my video unboxing of the new Advanced Alien Plate, aka Necrons, aka Tau ? I guess you could even do some new Ordo Xenos Death Watch action on these guys too. That would be pretty neat to see as well.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.